Hey there, it's Jenny from Southern Savers. It's time for our Monday night Q&A, which is your chance to ask any questions that you have, saving money, couponing, budgeting, really, the sky's the limit on these guys. I always come with a topic, so tonight's topic is organizing coupons. We haven't talked about it in a long time, and how you choose to organize your coupons really does kind of make or break you in terms of how well you're going to do long term. It's one thing to go kind of whole hog and spend hours getting into some huge organizational system, and yes, it's very exciting, but about 2 months later, you just burn out. So that's kind of what I want to hit on is how can we be organized but in a reasonable amount of time. Your time has a value. So just to emphasize that to folks, because the folks that are spending 3+ hours organizing coupons, I don't know that you're going to see the return on that. Now, we could have probably an hour Q&A of just people sharing their binder testimonials. I get it. I know that people love coupon binders, but there are ways to organize coupons that aren't quite so extreme. So that's really what I want to talk about tonight is we're going to go through a few options, and we can talk extreme if that's what you want to talk, but honestly, I'd rather us get to a point that is doable, a point that is not, spending hours and hours, but is quick. So for me, I just made my shopping list for Publix's new ad that we got up that starts on Wednesday. So all these ads go up on Monday afternoon for Publix. A lot of the other grocery stores, we try to get up a day early. So I literally printed this 10 minutes ago. It is my plan for Publix. So that's step one for me, is to sit down and print the list of what I want to buy. Now, guys, if you were to look at this, and I know for Facebook folks, the camera turns it all backwards, but there are some things on here that don't have any coupons. So just because it doesn't have coupons doesn't mean it's off the list. If something's on sale today, this is the time to grab it. Coupon or no coupon, this is the week to get. So it's going to get added to the list, and that's where I'm going to start. So I don't organize anything. I don't cut anything. I start here. Make the shopping list first, and then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to cut the coupons that go along with the shopping list. So that is really where I would point most people to. We don't really need to spend a ton of time organizing a bunch of coupons that we're not going to use in the store. Now you can totally do the other methods that we're going to talk about, but this is the least amount of time. So it took me 2.5 minutes to print this shopping list. I still need to go back and print some of the coupons that go along with this shopping list. So obviously, I can't print them once I print the list from here. It doesn't work. But keep your shopping list up on the screen. Click the printable button. You're going to get as close as I can to the printable coupon for you. And then I'm going to sit down with my inserts. And guys, if you haven't used the list on Southern Savers in a while, we've added a feature. So mine's kind of big, and I actually usually don't print it, which you can turn it off. A lot of folks have emailed like it's helpful, but I don't want to print it. You don't have to print it. So the quick cutting guide will show up on the bottom of your shopping list now, and this organizes your insert coupons by date. So if you are keeping your coupons organized the way that I organize, which I promise we're going to get to in just a minute, then this is going to help you, because I'm going to see our SS 709, I'm going to pull the 709 insert, and I'm going to cut the coupons that it tells me to cut. And then the next week, RP 723. So it goes on. This one's actually kind of big. It cut to two bits. So I don't normally print mine. I usually go ahead and cut from what's on the screen. And you can hide that. It's one of the options on your shopping list at the top. So if you hate it, I don't need to hear about it. I actually made it for me. There's perks of running your own coupon site, is that you can make things that make your life easier. So for me, this was it, because I organize this way. I keep my inserts whole by the date that they came out. So let's get straight to that, and then we'll jump to your questions, because I know there's already some that have come through. So these are my inserts that literally came in the mail today. They are yesterday's inserts, but I subscribe to inserts by the mail. So I don't get them from the paper, I get them in the mailbox. That works for me. So my inserts that came from yesterday, I get 4 of each. I'm gonna take them and write the date on the cover. And that is literally it, guys. I'm done organizational wise. The date is on these, but it is really, really tiny on the spine. So you can see that little tiny print. You don't want to read that every time. And I am not super old, but I've already hit the age where like I'm pulling it away from my face to be able to read it a little bit better. So write the date big on the front, just somewhere. And then we're going to take all of the inserts from the Sunday paper that you grabbed. And Jessica, I'll tell you where I subscribe in just a second. You're going to take them and put them all in an accordion file or a hanging file. You can do whatever you'd like here. But literally, guys, thank you, Cindy. Cindy just put in the link to where I get my inserts from, Jessica, SundayCouponInserts.com. Literally, guys, I'm not going to touch these again until they show up on my shopping list. So if my shopping list, and let's see what's in my quick cutting guide. If my quick cutting guide doesn't have, it does. It has 2 coupons from the SS813, which is these guys. Then I'm going to grab those Smart Source inserts, and I'm going to cut those 2 coupons that were part of this insert. But that's really all that I need today. I'll come back to them. They'll be on another shopping list in a little bit more time, few more weeks. But for now, that's all I need today. Dates going on the front. They're going to go in a big pocket together. Everything from this Sunday in that one pocket. Everything from next Sunday is going to go in the pocket behind that. So you're working your way back through an accordion file folder. I've got all this stuff, trying to make sure you guys can see. So this is an accordion file folder, guys. You've got lots and lots of pockets. Everything from one Sunday is going in one pocket. Everything from this Sunday right behind that. You get it, kind of work your way on back. You don't need to worry about tabbing them. Don't go crazy because you're just going to keep moving through. Most accordions, and this one's kind of breaking, but most accordions cost like $2. This is the perfect time of the year to grab them because they're considered a school supply. And you can find them that have 12 pockets. That's what you want. 12 pockets will last you about 3 months, so it's going to be perfect. Right at that 3-month mark, they all start to expire. So you can just kind of pull them out. They're 3 months old, put this week in its spot. There is a tip. If you use the database that's on Southern Savers, the coupon database, you can type in the date and name, just like it shows up on your quick cutting guide, that SS0813. If I were to type that in, obviously it's not going to be any good today, but if we were to go and type in a really old one, SS0510, making up a date, I don't even know if that was a Sunday in May, but we want to look at 3 months out, and if it shows you anything, then those are the things that are still good from May. If it shows you nothing, then everything from that insert has expired. So that's kind of the inside tip on how to quickly tell what's good when you pull them out. So I'm putting everything from this Sunday in here. I'm going to cut what I need for this week's trip, but I'm not going to deal with anything else. Now, there's a downside to every system. One person mentioned it already in terms of a binder and the joys of a binder, but the downside with this system is you will not get to the store and have this with you. That's craziness. I have 5 kids with me sometimes. I am not going to stand in the middle of Publix printing coupons with 5 kids. So, cutting coupons with 5 kids. You would hate me if you were behind me in the store. So I'm going into the store prepped for what I knew was on sale. If I find a clearance item in the store, I've got a couple of options. One, and this is what I do, but check with your store first. Most stores will let you come back with your receipt after the fact and use a coupon that you didn't have. So that's the easiest way, guys. Just grab the clearance deal, get the coupon, and use it the next time you're in the store. It's not a big deal. I didn't need to spend a ton of time getting ready for deals I may or may not find. I just grabbed what I did find and used the coupons later. You need to verify that that's okay with your store, but I've never found a store in my area that it wasn't okay with them. Option 2 would be that you would just write those things down, maybe on the bottom of your shopping list or wherever, grab the coupons for them and get that clearance deal the next time you're in the store. So it doesn't have to be a big deal, but no, I'm not going to have all the coupons with me. That's really not my goal here. Honestly, guys, my goal is to take this shopping list in the store and be in there and out of there as fast as humanly possible. I don't need to spend an hour and a half in the grocery store. I just want to get what's on sale and I want to go home. So that's really the concept of where this accordion file, keeping them whole, that's really what we would say. You're keeping your inserts whole until you need them. That's really where that's going to speed you up. It's going to speed you up in terms of getting to the store faster, but you're also faster in the store because you are just going to grab whatever was on your shopping list. Okay, let me jump back to questions. Let's make sure we're all on the same page. With the inserts, yeah, you won't be able to pick which region with Sunday coupon inserts. You just get whatever they mail you. There are no more, so inside news here, guys, some of you already know, anyone in the Atlanta area already knows, there are no more red plum inserts in Atlanta. They are gone. They came out of the Atlanta papers 2 Sundays ago now with no plans on coming back. So no red plums and no P&G inserts are left in the Atlanta market. They're just going to get Smart Source inserts in their market. That's really no fun for folks in Atlanta. So if you want those red plums and those P&Gs, you're going to have to order online. So just so you kind of have that that view of inserts. So the inserts from Sunday Coupon Inserts actually the red plums used to be from the Atlanta market. This week they're from Fort Lauderdale. So it's going to be, wherever they're grabbing them from. But just, Sunday Coupon Inserts, you're not going to know where they come from until they show up in your mailbox. With some of the other ones, I know someone was mentioning Capri's coupons. I've got someone on the YouTube side that says, where was it? They order from Insert Insanity. There are lots of places, guys, that do this. So I am in no way saying that one is better than the other. It's really just who I use. It's easier to kind of recommend what you know, but there are a lot of places that you can order inserts from. Why would you do that? Really quick, just to cover that one before we move on. Number one could be that you live in Atlanta, you're not getting red plums, you're not getting entire inserts. Number two could be that the bigger the city, the more coupons are in that city's paper. So that's one of the reasons that a lot of us head online. My husband's grandmother, I remember when I first started Southern Savers visiting her, and she lived in LaGrange, Georgia, which is about an hour outside of Atlanta, but it's a tiny little town. And looking through her red plum insert, actually, as an example, she had no coupons. It was the picture of the little weird baby doll that you can buy and things like this. I don't need to buy that. I just want the coupons. So that's where it can be frustrating. The smaller the city, the less that's in this insert. So that's one reason to look online. Do you have to do that? No. You can totally get your own newspaper. It's just fine. But just so you know that it is an option. Let's see. Have we ever thought about adding a feature to the app where you can scan a coupon and see if that product is on sale this week? So Stephanie, we've done something a little different. Not the UPC symbol, but if you use on the Southern Savers app or on the right-hand sidebar of the site, we have the item search. On the app, it looks like a little magnifying glass. On the right-hand side of the sidebar of the main desktop, we actually just put it down in the footer on the mobile site too, is the item search. So you can type in Clorox, and you can see everywhere that Clorox is on sale right now. You can even go Clorox toilet bowl cleaner if you want to go really specific, but you just type it in yourself. The UPC symbol side, we have gone there a different route. So I think it would be too confusing in the mobile app to have both, but we do have a barcode scanner in the mobile app. It's really meant to help you price match. So if you were looking at a book or a DVD, you could scan the barcode and it's going to show you everywhere that that item is cheap or what the prices are really online. So if I'm walking through Target and I see that the new, I can't even think of any movies that are currently out. A new Lego Batman movie is out and Target has it on sale for $10. I can scan the barcode and I can see, oh wow, Best Buy has it on sale for $5, and I can get the Best Buy price right now in Target. So that's really where we've gone with the barcode scanning part, but you can always use the item search to do the exact same thing. Let's see. where do you get the P&G insert? So, Jean, they're going to come for me from the same order if there was a P&G. So yesterday there was just a Smart Source and a Red Plum. So I've got just what was in yesterday's paper. There will be a P&G coming up here shortly. So then I would get that P&G when that happened too. There are some other cities that they've jumped out of as well. Nicole's mentioning Detroit. So Red Plum came out of, P&Gs are out of, no longer in Los Angeles. They're no longer in Detroit. They're no longer in Cincinnati, I think, Atlanta, and Tampa. They're kind of pulling out of big cities. We can still get them other ways. Plus, guys, a lot of the Red Plum coupons, they do put online to print, if that helps. So we had a lot of L'Oreal coupons that came out available to print this weekend. These Pilot coupons that were in this flyer came out to print. The tricky part with Red Plum printables, though, they go really, really fast on Sundays. So a lot of times they have a really low budget, meaning that, you know, maybe 20,000 people are going to be able to print them and nobody else. So just be ready for that one. If you are not going to deal with finding a Red Plum insert and you just think you're going to print them, you kind of got to be on your game to be able to print them. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to go through some other options. I know some folks are mentioning you use baseball card holder sheets. There are lots of ways to organize coupons. I really want to start with the least amount of time required. So that's why we've gone through keeping them whole and dealing with them only when they show up on your shopping list. So let's see. So lots of folks mentioning where they order from, which is great. If you're having issues printing, Jessica, so and a couple of folks had this issue recently with like the P&G site and all the Tide coupons that people wanted. The biggest tip I can recommend for you, first off, and this usually works for everybody, is just to switch web browsers. So if you're ever trying to print a coupon and nothing's happening, switching from Internet Explorer to Chrome or from Chrome to Firefox. Chrome and Firefox are really the best two, period, for surfing the internet. So trying one of those is hands down the first best tip that you can get for printing coupons. And Chrome is actually, guys, going to give you the option of being able to save to a PDF. Doesn't mean you get to print anymore. Can't do that. If you print extra copies, they are now copies and not legit. But if I am away from my wireless printer and I print through Chrome, I can save to a PDF, and now I have that no matter what as soon as I plug into a printer. So if your computer is screwing up or your printer is screwing up, you didn't miss the opportunity to print. You still have your coupon. You saved it to a PDF. Just print it one time. Don't go crazy. But I still have it. So that's where I would recommend to definitely try anyway. Where can I price match store items while in the store? I don't mean stuff that's online. So Shanna, the main stores that price match still would be Target, Toys R Us, Staples, Best Buy. Those are the big ones. Some Office Depots will price match, but not all. Staples is the big one though. So if you guys haven't done this, this will end here. Staples, huge price match, which makes for pretty much a fun deal on anything, ends September 1st. So you've got 2 more weeks. But during back to school season, they run 110% price match guarantee, which is very fun, and it really has no exclusions. So we just upped our homeschool game this week and grabbed our own little, I don't even know what they're called, binding machine where you can put in those little coil binders to make some things that we did not want to have to buy for our kids for the homeschool program that we do. So Amazon had a price that beat Staples' price by over 20 bucks. Walked in, price matched the Amazon price in Staples, but you get 110% guarantee. So you now have the best deal. But that is going to end September 1st. So if there's anything like that, if Amazon has a great deal on a printer, you get the idea. You'll want to go to Staples with that through September 1st. Just a little inside tip. So Shanna says, being on your game and printing them as soon as possible is how I ended up needing a binder. I kind of agree with you, Shanna. You can go a little overboard on printing. With printing coupons, I would recommend that you follow kind of one of 3 rules. For me, I will print it if it's a high value coupon, meaning like there's a $3 off 2 Cetaphil. I love Cetaphil face wash. It's what I use every night. I'm going to print that. I'm going to print a $5 off 3 Pantene or a $2 off Head and Shoulders. If it's a brand I know will use and it's a really high value, I'm going to go ahead and print it. If it's a produce coupon, so it's frozen veggies or fresh, I will print any of those, fresh or frozen. And then brands that I know we will use, maybe they're not high value, but we just always buy them, I will print those as well. Everything else, leave it there. So, you know, today, and I grabbed these so that I could tell you, but if you don't normally buy Clorox toilet bowl cleaner, you don't have to print it. Now, it's going to make for some fun deals, and you could go ahead and grab it, but you don't have to. So the more you print, the more you got to keep up with, the more you got to make sure you don't not forget that you even printed them in the first place. But those would be the ones to, you know, just keeping that eye on those 3. High values, brands that you know you'll use, and produce are the ones that I recommend. Samantha, in terms of a best place to buy inserts, there are so many that it's really hard to say what is a best place. But what I would recommend when we're done, Samantha, is look through all the comments, because a lot of people have chimed in with where they order from. I order from SundayCouponinserts.com, all one word. Someone mentioned Carrie's coupons with a C, C-A-R-I-S, coupons.com. Another person mentioned Insert Insanity. So there's a lot of them, and really just weigh them against each other. Let's see. Oh, and yes, so Midseed's mentioning the AJC is saying that the Red Plum's going to start coming by mail to folks that live in the Atlanta area, but so far nobody has seen anything in their mail. So we'll see how long that takes to happen. Before we move on to 2 other ways to organize, I do want to mention one thing that I do to speed myself up in the store. So I just printed this, guys. I haven't gotten any of the coupons together. I printed it 10 minutes before we went live. But the next step for me, after this is printed and I start to cut coupons or print the coupons that it tells me to print, as I find the coupon, for instance, this one is Clean and Clear face products. We have a $2 off printable for Clean and Clear face products. Well, if I print 2 of those, then I'm going to write a 2 right here. It's not because I printed 2. It's because I want to buy 2. So it's kind of telling me when I get to the store, buy 2 of this, buy 3 of this, all the way down, so that I know exactly what I want to buy. I don't have to look back at my coupons. My coupons are in a Ziploc bag half the time. I don't need to worry about what they say or what I should grab. I'm just going to grab what the shopping list tells me to grab. That's going to speed you up a lot in the store. So just a little tip on that one. Obviously, if your coupon, like here, guys, there's a huge deal on paper towels and toilet paper at Publix next week, because we have a Publix store coupon for $2 off 2, and we have printable coupons for $1 off 1. So pair those puppies together. You're going to get Sparkle paper towels and Angel Soft for $3 a package, pairing the store and the manufacturers. But you need to buy 2 to be able to do that, to use the store coupon. So you're at least going to have 2 here. You could go beyond that if you wanted to get more. But that's what you're going to do. Make a little note to yourself how many to grab to save yourself the time in the store. It will save a lot of time to do that. Okay, let's see. So how does the CVS app, Tracy asks, work with manufacturer and newspaper manufacturers? So CVS has added a whole bunch of manufacturer coupons to their mobile app. You'll quickly be able to tell the difference because they have a picture. They look so different than the normal CVS coupons. Those CVS manufacturers coupons cannot be paired with a paper coupon. So you're going to need to decide which one you want. And I'll give you a heads up, guys. I don't know if it's been fixed yet. I have been afraid to use them because it's been a big issue for a lot of folks. But those manufacturers coupons in the app are kind of messing with the total needed to earn the reward. So hopefully they have fixed it. It's one where I don't really want to test it just to find out that it's not fixed. So if some of you have tried them and they've worked fine, what I mean, like this week, there's a deal where you buy $20 worth of P&G products and you get a $5 extra care buck. Well, if I use P&G manufacturers coupons, then it's going to lower, it's going to think I never bought the $20, but I did, and I don't get the reward. That's what's been happening to everybody. And from what I've heard, they've not fixed it. But guys, I don't want to be a guinea pig on that. I don't want to have to buy more just to prove to you that it did or didn't work. No offense. But somebody else can be the guinea pig. So if it's worked for you, I'd love to hear that, to see if they fixed it. But from everybody that I've heard from so far, it's not been fixed. So I would stay far away from those manufacturer's coupons in the mobile app for now until they fix it. Because that's really going to frustrate you. You have to buy $20 before coupons. So if you are all of a sudden using those coupons and it doesn't even think that you bought the 20 bucks, then you're buying a whole bunch more that you don't really need. And that's going to be very, very frustrating. Is there a way to use Target cartwheels and coupons online? My closest Target is an hour and a half away. Rick, there's not right now. Sometimes, though, we do see Target cartwheel offers become available online. One that I posted today, and this may not excite you, is for children's uniforms. There's a Target cartwheel for 25% off of kids' uniforms, and they came out today with a coupon code to be able to use 25% off of kids' uniforms. It's actually a better deal online because the cartwheel limited you to 4, and the online deal has no limit. So if you actually wanted more than one shirt and one pair of pants, you kind of get the idea. So occasionally we see them do that, but it's pretty rare. If you've got a cartwheel, more often than not, we just have to get into the store to be able to use it. And no, that's not what you necessarily want to hear. Okay, so Sandra's saying she used the CVS manufacturer's coupons on the app, hopefully the ones with the picture. And it all worked out just fine. So hopefully, I don't know, maybe I'll get brave and let's see and try it out and tell you guys if it's working. So lots of people asking for Eclipse glasses. I know they pulled a bunch off of Amazon, and a lot of people got their notices that they weren't legit. We randomly stumbled on a fun deal at Mass General Stores this weekend in Greenville, just walking through downtown. And I don't know that, they sold out within 10 minutes of those popping up. They put a little sign up on their window that they had them. Places that I would check if you can find any near or local. And I know Heidi's saying she's thinking about putting some up on a swap site. Yes, they will sell out quickly. You're just going to have to deal with the shipping on that and getting them out to folks. But looking in libraries, looking Chamber of Commerce, what are some other places? Oh, like children's hands-on museums, the zoo. They might be more expensive there, but those would be places where if you're desperate and you really, really needed them, that you could still find them. And Gabby, are you answering? Gabby says she found some at a buy low, which is pretty fun. Good to see the grocery stores kind of getting in on that too. So Betsy, Target is getting rid of Cartwheel, but don't panic. They're not getting rid of the Cartwheel coupons. They're merging the Cartwheel app into the Target app so that there is one Target app. And they're getting rid of the Cartwheel perks, as Aaron's mentioning too, which was an extra program that they just had in Target markets. There will be one Target app eventually, but they aren't there yet. That's long term. That's their goal. But the Cartwheel coupons are not going anywhere. It has been a huge success for Target. One that I think if Walmart could figure out how to duplicate, they totally would. But they aren't going anywhere. So let's see. Oh, and Michelle's also saying she did P&G last week and used the Mobile Tide coupons and still got the extra care back. Her total had just hit $20 and dropped below $20 with the one coupon, and so she did get the extra care back. So, okay, you guys are giving me hope to actually try them. I've just been completely ignoring them in the app because of all the emails that I was getting from folks. But I know from my side, I probably hear all the horrible things that are happening and not all the things that are working, because people like to share when things don't work versus when they do work. So you're giving me some encouragement to at least attempt one or two of them. Okay, let's jump back to some other ways to organize. We've got, I'm trying to scroll through to, okay, so one we've talked not cutting at all. One other option, you could cut everything or cut what you know you're going to use and put them in some sort of bag or box. I met a woman the other day that had this massive shoebox. So you can go crazy, or you can cut just the ones you know you're going to use. You know, maybe we get some crazy like buy two get one DiGiorno pizza. We should actually see that in a couple weeks. We always get it when football season starts. So that buy two get one DiGiorno pizza, you know you're going to use it. It's a really great coupon. DiGiorno is going to go on sale. So you go ahead and cut the few that you know you're going to use, and you put them in some sort of system like this. And this is really hard for me to get to show you guys on camera, but it's coupon folders with their tops permanently cut off. So it's just the normal plain old, you know, folders that you would see in any store. But I don't just have one, I've got three. So I have coupons not in huge categories. You know, there's no dry goods there. There's, and I'll pull one out here, there's baking and beverages and bread and can and package. You kind of get the idea. And you can even get little subdividers for them too. So I actually use this, but I only use it, like Shanna was mentioning, when you print a ton early. I only use this for the coupons that I printed early. And guys, if you could see in there, there's really not a lot. Some of the categories are completely empty. And thank you, Mr. Ketchup coupon. I also use it to hold the coupons that I randomly find in the store. So coupons that I printed early, coupons that were on tear pads next to something in the store, or those little dispensers that are spitting out at you, they're going to end up living in here. And I can take the bag with me to the store, but odds are it doesn't necessarily have everything that I might want in there. It's just those loose coupons. The loose coupons have to have a place to live. So Jonathan's asking, why don't I do the big binder? So this guy, Jonathan, why don't I do this? The reasons. So this is, for me, not something that I ever have the time for. This is coupon origami every single Sunday. You have to cut all of those coupons and shove them in all of those little pockets, and it's not that easy. You're going to study it. Do I want the picture to show? Do I want the expiration date to show? This is a process, and it's a very long one. So for most folks doing a binder, you're looking at a good hour and a half to get into a system like this. And long term, most of you will just burn out and give up. This just doesn't work long term for most people. Now, that said, and I said it earlier, we could have binder testimonials of folks who just can't imagine life without their binder. I have no doubt that that is some of you. But the tricky part here for most of us is that you just give up. You just can't maintain long term. Now, if you guys were to look at this one, I use it when I teach workshops. So YouTube-wise, y'all can see the right way. Facebook is always backwards. But these coupons in here, they expired in 2009. Some of them in 2008. I wanted to do this. I spent a whole weekend moving in. This was right after I started Southern Savers. Southern Savers is almost 9 years old. And the amount of time that a binder takes, if you take one weekend off, you need an hour and a half to catch back up. And next week, if you don't catch back up, you've got 3 hours. I need an hour and a half from last week, and I still need an hour and a half from this week. You get the idea. So it's just going to take way too much time. It's just much easier for a lot of us. So we're all in different boats, and that's kind of why I want to show you different options. If you want to go here, and you're not going to listen to me, then you want to cut them and organize them by locations in the store. Again, guys, if you're just tuning in, this is not my system. So you're going to organize by locations in the store, and I have little tabs that are all labeled with dairy and refrigerated. When I went with this system, I don't know if you noticed, but it's a 2-3 ring binder, and I thought that was so snazzy because I had drugstores in one side and grocery in the other. Literally, guys, I did this for about 3 months until I just completely burned out, and I didn't want to even cut a coupon. That doesn't work. So you still have to save money. Yeah, I'm with you, Jessica. Like, just put your fingers in your ears. Like, I don't even know. I don't want to know what you're saying about a binder. It's just stressful for a lot of us that have been there and done that. You really want to just go the easier route. Will you save more money in this system? No, not really. So this person in the store is going to get clearance deals. They're going to find some extra deals that were unadvertised deals. Guys, I give you an unadvertised list every week of everything I can find in the store. So most of the time you're going to know a lot of those. This person is going to spend about an hour and a half getting ready to shop, and they shop slow. That's the goal. The goal is to get every deal in the store, so you shop incredibly slow. In the end, yes, you grab some deals that I did not grab. Guess what? Everything in a grocery store comes on sale again. So I don't have to grab it today. If it's on clearance today, it will be back on sale, on a real sale, in a few more weeks. So it's not the last time. This is the only thing that I have product-wise. It's not the last time that you will ever see Clorox toilet bowl cleaner on sale. I promise. So it just depends on how you want to go. Jessica says, I use my binder and your site to determine the deals. That works. So you can kind of go, you can really go either way you want to. I just want folks to be able to make this like a life change and not some crazy hobby that you die after like 3 days. And that's what the binder ends up doing for a lot of us. Thanks, Marie says, you just made my day. I just went back to the folders and the accordion system instead of binders because it kept falling so far behind. You're not a failure at all. We all fall behind eventually and kind of just have to give up. So the small accordion, where do I get the small accordion folder that holds coupons I get in a store? So Kara, this guy, they sell these in every store. They're coupon folders. Their old name, long time ago, was a canceled check file, but nobody calls them that anymore. They're coupon folders. You will find this in any store. It normally has a flap that comes over and loops right here, and the flaps have just been cut off. So you can keep all of them open if you go with a bag system by not having any tops on them. If you want just one, though, just to keep your loose coupons in, then keep the top on. Won't work so well. But you can make this look any way you want. Cheryl's saying I keep mine in a box, so you can kind of go to town if you want. Yeah, and Heidi's saying, for someone like me, I'm disabled, I'm a stay-at-home wife, I can do a binder, but if you're not, the binder is not an ideal way. Yeah, that's true. There are definitely folks who have time for this, and then there are folks that you don't at all. So you can kind of pick and choose what's going to work for you. With the accordion system, one more tip on keeping your inserts whole. And I meant to grab some before I came over. Let's see, I've got one old example actually. But you're going to find booklets, especially if you're a Publix shopper. You're going to find booklets in the store. You're going to find those Publix Advantage Buy flyers. Don't even worry about cutting those up. So for me, if you're in an accordion file or a hanging file, just use the back pocket for any booklets that you find. So if my shopping list, like it does, says the Publix Health and Beauty flyer, then I'm going to grab that flyer from the back pocket and cut that coupon. Back in the day when we all got started, you had to have those flyers. Nowadays, you can actually just print it straight from Publix's site, which is pretty awesome. But keeping your flyers whole is going to save you a lot of time too, and not having to turn around and keeping all of those cut. So what day do you usually get the coupons by mail? They come on Mondays. So every Monday they are in my mailbox, and that could depend based on where you live. So for me, I order from Sunday Coupon Inserts, and again, guys, there are tons of places to order from. They are based out of South Florida, and I am in South Carolina, so they're sending them priority flat rate mail. That's how they come, in a flat rate mailer. So that's how fast they get here. They mail them on Saturday. They are in my mailbox on Monday. But if you are, a further zone away from them in U.S. postal world, they could possibly be there on Tuesday. I don't ever want to guarantee. I don't work for them. I don't want to guarantee that anybody's going to get them on any particular day, but Monday is when I'm getting mine, which works for me. I don't have time to go to a store on Sunday. We're going to church. We try to have people over for lunch. So just that would be chaos to even try to get to a store. Monday is a good and happy day for them to come. How do I find out where your inserts come from? Good question, Maria. So just like I mentioned that the date is on here, really, really tiny on the spine, so is the city. So this has the date, and it says Fort Lauderdale Sentinel. So I know what paper the red plum came out of. And with these, they usually don't come out of the same paper. So the Tampa one, or the Smart Source, sorry, came out of the Tampa Bay and Tampa Wall Street Journal. But it just tells you exactly what newspaper and what city they're from, too, if that's how you're looking. Let's see. Oh, so Caitlin wins. She says, I'm 19 and I've been doing the binder for about 5 years for my family. Yes, it's hard, but I need to see all the coupons in order of my stores that I love to go to. It is hard, but I will agree. There are some people that just need to be in a binder. Laura says the same thing. My OCD self loves a binder. I have a 12-year-old upstairs that my goal is that all of my children will grow up in coupon, and when she does, she will be a binder. She has color coordinated her closet since she was like 6. That's just her personality. It is not mine. So it's really, I mean, there are going to be some folks that is what you love to do, and then there are others of us that we are just going to burn and die in horrible, horrible deaths by trying to keep up with a binder. Let's see. So with inserts, a lot of you are asking about prices. Guys, all the websites are a little different. So you're going to need to look around and see what it is that price-wise you're willing to pay. Sunday coupon insert-wise, the price is about $3 a paper per Sunday, especially if there's a lot of inserts. You pay by the insert, and that can get costly. For me, the Sunday paper costs $3 here in South Carolina. So if I were to go out and buy 4 Sunday papers, I'm going to pay the exact same amount as I pay to get 4 Sunday papers in my mailbox. So that is why, for me, the cost was okay. It's still high. Do you need that many? She totally did not get the color coordinated thing from her mama. My husband's chiming in on Facebook. I might be slightly color coordinated, but not to in any huge extreme. But back to inserts. You do not need a ton of these, guys, if you don't have a big family. So I get 4 inserts every Sunday. You're looking at them right here. These are my 4 red plums and my 4 Smart Sources that came in the mail today. We have 5 kids. There are 7 of us. So 4 inserts is perfect for 7 people when it comes to the number of snacks that I'm buying, or pasta, whatever it is, to feed us for 6 weeks. Because when something comes on sale, it's not coming on sale again for 6 weeks. Just to emphasize that for anyone who's new, when you print that list from Southern Savers, if it's on the list, this is the week to grab it, and it isn't going to be back on this list for 6 more weeks. So when I want to go in, I want to get enough for 6 weeks. That doesn't mean I'm getting 1 package of Sparkle paper towels. I'm going to get at least 2 or 3 packages of Sparkle paper towels. It doesn't mean I'm getting 1 box of Quaker Life cereal. Whatever might be on here. Now, cereal is a good example of where you don't need to go overboard, because cereal will be on your list every week, just a different brand. And I hope that you guys eat different kinds of cereal, that you don't eat the same box of cereal for the next 6 weeks. So just mix it up a little bit, and we're just grabbing all different types and not necessarily whatever you wanted to, just don't feel like you have to get 47 boxes of cereal on this day to last you 6 weeks. You're gonna be great. Really quick too on inserts before we move off of these, because we were just talking about how to tell what city they come from. Please tell me that you've already done this. This has been out for a long time on Southern Savers, but at the top of the site, if you log in, you can set your profile. That's why the login exists. So if you go to the very top of the site, you'll see your name in the far right-hand corner, and you can click on your name, and you can or drop down on your name, sorry, and you will see Edit Profile. So if you click on Edit Profile, it will give you, and I'll stick this in the comments as well, but it's going to give you the option to set what newspaper you get. So I can set the Tampa Bay Times. I can set whatever newspapers are coming, even if it's the ones from the mail. And then on my shopping list, the only inserts that are going to show up on the shopping list are the inserts in my Sunday paper. So I'm not going to go on a wild goose hunt looking for coupons I don't have. Now, that said, I have to give a big shout out because the only way that we're able to do that is volunteers in each city that send us the variations for that city. So a huge thank you to the folks that live in Atlanta and all over the place that send us those regional variations. If you don't see your newspaper there, it is very easy to do. So if you're up for volunteering and sending the information for your newspaper in, we would love to add any other cities. So you can always email me, Jenny, and that's Jenny with a Y, Jenny at southernsavers.com, or send me a Facebook message if you're on Facebook side, and I will tell you how we do that. It's very, very simple. So if you go to edit your profile and you don't see your newspaper there, it's not hard to add, just as a little inside plug. Let's see. Trying to make out what some of the comments say question-wise. Sometimes I have a hard time understanding what you're asking. Suggestions on how to view the ad without having to make 2 trips to the store, one for the ad and one for groceries. So when it comes to grocery shopping, guys, I know this, what I want you to look at is a completely new way of shopping. So for me, I am only going to the store and buying what is on this list. I'm not buying anything that's not on this list because I don't need anything that is not on the list. So we're going to go into the store today, if you're brand new, and you're going to buy 6 weeks worth of anything that is on the list that you will use. Don't buy the whole list. 6 weeks worth of what is on sale today of things that you will use. 1 week worth of what you have to have, just bare bones minimum what you have to have. Next week, 6 weeks worth of what's on sale that you will use that's on the list. 1 week worth of what you have to have. So each week, you're going to keep doing that for 6 weeks. That have to have section is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller because you're buying more and more of the store. So I don't need to buy anything that's not on sale. So it's not necessarily having to go to the store for what's coupon-wise and then go to the store for what's not coupon-wise. The goal is to just stay focused on just the things that are on sale so that we're not having to buy anything until it's on sale. So if I stock up enough, I don't ever run out. I don't have to have it when it's not on sale. Now, there are always crisis moments. I've been doing this for 11 years now, and I will still have moments where we run out of butter. We all have those moments, but the goal is to not have them as often. Jessica asked, how much does my husband help with organizing coupons and shopping? I can't take my husband because it's like taking a kid. Yes, he just chimed in and told you, Jessica, so he doesn't help at all. Not that he wouldn't, but I actually make my kids help. That's just part of their routine. I will actually, this list that's printed, I will hand it to them, and they will use the quick cutting guide. They will cut all the coupons for this trip. So I won't have to do anything. I won't really need to lift a finger from here on. But that's just the joys of making your kids do some of the work. When I first started couponing, though, Jessica, to tell you kind of what I did, there were a few times that he would come to the store with me, and I didn't want him to mess with my numbers. Like, I want to feel like I saved a lot of money. So if he came to the store with me, I would make him use another buggy. And anything that he wanted could go into his buggy. And if it wasn't on the list, it has to go into your buggy so that it doesn't count towards my savings. And, you know, if you've got a husband who is not on board with what you're doing, this is a great way for them to see how much you're saving, because you're going to check out in Publix or Bilo or wherever you are, and you're going to save possibly more than you spent. That's the goal, you know, save 80 and spend 60 or whatever. And they're going to check out and save like $3.14. And so it's going to, how in the world did you do that? You know, it really does show them how well you're trying to do, and hopefully we'll get them on board if they're not on board already. But that's a good way to to go about it. Let's see. So hopefully that helps as you're trying to figure out, how do we actually go shopping and get groceries. You may not necessarily feel like you can make a meal, but right behind me would be the pantry, and believe me, I own Publix. That's what it feels like sometimes. We're good. We just need to stay stocked on what's on sale. Let's see. So local Kroger's cousin company has changed to a new ad day, but no online. Let's see. I don't know what is, does the list cover the local Kroger cousin? So when we're talking Kroger cousins, Kroger owns 29 subsidiary stores. It's a ton of stores. 28 of those stores actually run the same mega events and the same type of sales. So I don't even know all of them. You've got the one that every time I see it makes me think of QVC. You've got King Soopers and Ralph's and all those other ones. If Kroger's running a mega event, they are running a mega event. It's the exact same sales. Harris Teeter, no, not the exact same sales. But most of the Kroger cousins, it is. So if you are in a city that has a Kroger cousin and doesn't have a Kroger, I like that term for it, that makes me very happy, then you could totally use the list on Southern Savers with the mega events. It's not going to help you on meat and produce, and a lot of you have already learned that Kroger-wise. Anytime that you live in a different region, meat and produce are always different. So it's just the main sales on boxed grocery items and household and personal care and mega event items that are going to line up perfectly. Terry says, how do I already know what's on sale? Terry, I work with a lot of the stores where they give us a weekly ad and we help them out by saying, hey, guess what? Nutella, this is one for Publix, Nutella is going to be 40 cents a jar next week starting on Wednesday. I would recommend ordering more Nutella. So it's kind of win-win for them. We're helping folks go to Publix and buy Nutella, and they will be stocked and more ready for you. So that is how we end up knowing a lot of what's going to be on sale early. Let's see. What is the closest newspaper variation? Diana, you're in the we don't necessarily have anything Long Island-wise. What I would recommend, being so far north of my south, would be, Diana, if you look each week, we post the regional variations on the site for that week's inserts, and I'll put the link in the comments. But if you look at the regional variations and compare that list for a few different cities to your list, you should find another city that we're really already covering that's very similar to your city. I would say in the grand scheme of red plums, for example, that are out there, there's probably 20 variations of this insert across the entire country. It's not that huge of a difference. So odds are, Diana, if you look at the link that I just put in, you look at the last regional variations list, you can pull them up for each city and just go through kind of comparing those lists to your insert and see which one was the closest. That's going to help you decide which paper to set under your profile. Let's see. So the products that you can get in North Carolina might be, what separates that insert out from others. There are going to be some items, obviously, you probably don't buy Duke's mayonnaise up north that we would have in a southern insert that you wouldn't have in yours, though that's very sad to think about. Let's see. Oh, Cindy says, storage ideas, learn how to stack to the ceiling. Yes, you could go that route if you wanted to. You could kind of go crazy with storage on that side of things. Let's see. I think I'm mostly caught up on everybody's questions. Again, organization-wise, we've talked about a lot. One of the things that I did mention was not printing until it was on sale, but a few of the things that you are going to run into that you're going to need. So if you're using an Accordion, keeping them whole system, I really do have to have something little because it's not just the printables that are going to end up in here, guys. It's also, like as I flip through, you know, all of these things that are printing out at the store. We have to have a place for all of these. So just kind of having that little home. So whether you go with one little coupon folder or you go with a couple, I use the bag only because I have it made for workshops, just to show folks various ways to do this. But you may end up with a few more in here. The joy of keeping them whole, though, is that I don't have to bother with these until they show up on a shopping list. So just so you're clear on what all is going to be in your individual system. So Yolanda says, how does CVS fit into all of this? So that grocery stores, Yolanda, follow a 6-week cycle. Drugstores do not. Drugstores actually more follow a 4-week cycle. What you're going to do mostly in the drugstores, though, is that when you see something that's free or super, super cheap and kind of in a price point that you're willing to buy, that's the week you're going to grab it. A lot of times the drugstores actually do completely line up with what the inserts were that week because they share. So if the drugstores knew, let's see, that you were getting, actually, this is a good example. Not everybody had these. They were in mine from Sunday Coupon Inserts. But if the drugstores knew that you were getting a $3 off Gain coupon, they tend to put Gain on sale and a $2 off Tide. So with these coupons, that tends to be what's on sale that next Sunday. They love to do the same Sunday that they came out. Grocery stores do not work that way, by the way, Yolanda, but drugstores do. And drugstores are more just, we're getting whatever's on sale today. We're never getting anything that's not on sale in the drugstore. Please. The things that are not on sale in the drugstore are incredibly painful. You want to stay on target with the drugstores or it's going to be very, very costly. So with the drugstores, we're going in, we're grabbing just the things that show up on the list each week. And again, Southern Savers has all those lists, guys. So the drugstore lists go up on Thursday. They don't start until Sunday, so you've got a lot of time to get ready looking at that list and getting ready. One off-topic question, Lauren asks, have we seen any great laptop deals? Yes, Lauren. This is the time. You've got about this week, maybe some next week, and then it's over. So do not wait for any big back-to-school purchases in September. Back-to-school season will end with the end of August, and you may not be ready for that, but that is what happens. So there are some really great laptop deals that are out there. Staples has been winning so far, not only because of the sales, but also because of the 110% price match guarantee. It's good on computers as well. So Staples kind of hands down. Amazon's had a couple. Just make sure you're comparing apples to apples when you're doing that. Are we dealing with the same processor? Are we dealing with the same memory and hard drive and all of those bells and whistles and numbers that get confusing? But look at Staples, and then also, Lauren, be ready to shop pretty quickly. So I actually grabbed a laptop from Staples last week for someone that helps me. So one of those, when you run a website, you're always looking for the best deal. So it was tax-free weekend, grabbed a laptop. Come Monday morning, that laptop was completely sold out. So those staple deals start on Sunday, and kind of being ready for them on Sunday. And shopping online is not a bad idea for a laptop because in store they only may have 2 of that model, but online you're going to get the exact same deal with free shipping. So I would go that route. Heidi says, Office Depot, the rewards are being issued weekly. Yes, Heidi, they're coming much faster than they used to. You used to have to wait 6 to 8 weeks for them. It's now maybe around a week. So I bought batteries and I had the rewards within 2 or 3 days. I don't actually know where their cutoff is from when you're purchasing it, but it's definitely a particular day that they're triggering those to come out, and it's towards the end of the week. But yes, they're very fast, and you can turn around and use them right then. Let's see. What about all the inserts that have 2 things that are good till December? That's a great question, Jana. So you've used the database on Southern Savers, and you've typed in that date from back in May. Let's see. We'll play with one and go way back. So we go May 7th, which would be 3 months ago, that May 7th insert, if we were to pull that up now and look at the coupon database for May 7th, let me just play with it. It'll usually say that there's like 3. So yeah, right now the whole insert from May 7th has 8 coupons that are still good in it. One of them actually expires tomorrow. So 7 come tomorrow. What do we do with those 7 that are still good? You could cut them, Shanna, and put them in your little tiny folders. Oh, got something hanging on the bottom. Or you could hold on to it longer if you wanted to. But in my 12 pocket accordion, I don't have room for that. So I'm going to cut the 7. And even then, I'm probably going to already have used some of these. Some of these that are hanging on are all the pilot pen coupons from May 7th. I've long used those. But you're going to look through, see what you haven't used, what am I willing to use. Using the database, though, is going to save you that time on finding out, is there anything that's good or is there not? So that's the Smart Source from May 7th. Has 7 coupons come tomorrow. The Red Plum has absolutely none. So that one makes that one really easy. But either cut them, or maybe you look at it and you're like, I don't really care at all about budded lunch meat, and you don't cut it, you just move on. Okay. I put myself out on timeout for tissue and laundry detergent. I'm on timeout for laundry detergent, Brandy. I don't need any more. But I've learned that I cannot ever be on timeout for paper goods, because with 5 girls, we go through a lot of toilet paper. It just can't happen. Always have to be on toilet paper deals. So, yes, Yolanda, you've got it right. Only use the coupons when the items are on sale. The goal is not to just grab the coupon and head to the store, but it's to actually wait until it's on sale and then to go crazy if that's what you want to do, and stock up on it when it's on sale. And if it helps Yolanda too, I've done a much longer video that's on YouTube. That's kind of like Extreme Couponing 101. It's an older video, but it still completely applies on learning the process. So I would check that out. It's youtube.com/SouthernSavers. And you'll see all of our old hangouts there too, but look for that kind of guide to extreme couponing. And it's definitely going to teach you all of those basics on the key parts of buying when it's on sale and buying enough until it's back on sale type items. So we've got some questions on when things are going to go on sale. Mattresses and box springs, and where should we get them from? So a lot of the deals we've seen lately on mattresses have been totally online, not local stores. We've got a lot of places that are now doing those mattresses where they ship them straight to you. So I would look into those if you're up for it. I don't know what you're wanting. If you're wanting a Sealy Posturepedic, that is not going to come in a box, squished and ready for you to inflate. But if you're cool with whatever, that's where I would look for some of the best deals that are out. Best time of the year for mattresses is actually in the spring. So we kind of missed it. If you're needing something, though, you'll still be able to find some deals. Do not wait until the holiday season, though. Nobody is in mattress mode during holiday season, and they don't tend to put them on sale. So you kind of want to jump before then if you can, or wait till the spring. Lawnmowers are gonna go on clearance, Heidi, starting in early October, possibly late September, but more early October. They want to make room for Christmas, and they want them gone by the end of October. So that's when you're going to see all of those huge Christmas inflatables come up in Lowe's and Home Depot. They want all of the grills and all of the lawnmowers gone. So early October are some of the best deals that you'll find. Okay, so I think we're caught up on everybody's questions. Let me make sure on the YouTube side. Furniture. Carol, we see furniture and some of those big ticket items really every 3-day weekend. So you've got Labor Day coming up here in a couple more weeks. Labor Day weekend is going to be your huge time for big ticket items that are not electronics. Electronics at this point, you really want to wait till the holiday season. But Labor Day is going to be great for appliances, freezers, possibly your mattress, if we're going that route, and furniture. Anytime we have a 3-day weekend, the stores just go big. So you just have a couple more weeks to wait out, and then Labor Day is here. Go crazy on that 3-day weekend if there's anything big that you need. And Carrie says, I was just on the site, my newspaper's not there, So Carrie, it's super easy to add them to our list. We just need a volunteer. So if you're up for volunteering, you can email me, jenny@southernsavers.com, and I'll stick that in the comments here too. But jenny@southernsavers.com, and I will email you the instructions for how to send in the differences every week for us as a volunteer for that city. So we're going to go ahead and call it there. I hope that we got to everybody's questions. It's always fun to, I don't know, I feel like we're like a little tiny chat room / support group on Monday night. So I always enjoy my time with you guys. We will be back next Monday night, same time, same place. I have not decided our topic, so if you ever have a topic you want us to talk about, feel free to send me an email or a Facebook message, because half the time the topics that we cover are what you guys ask for. So feel free to shout out whatever you want. Just reach out and let me know. So I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you next Monday night, same time, same place. So y'all have a great week.